I want to get to Rob Hernandez. He's the city manager of Cape Coral. Cape Coral pretty much received a direct hit from Hurricane Ian. You could draw almost a straight line from where it made landfall in Cayo Costa and Cape Coral. Talk to us about what you've been experiencing over the last few hours.
So we've been experiencing heavy winds and heavy rains. We have had reports of storm surge throughout the city. We've been experiencing individuals that are trapped in their homes, trapped in vehicles. And of course, because the winds at this moment continue to be very, very heavy and a danger to our public, our first responders, we're not able to respond to provide assistance to those that are trapped.
So Rob, talk to me about those 911 calls you're getting, people trapped in both their vehicles, seemingly trying to escape this hurricane, and people trapped in their homes, those who did not evacuate. Are your first responders able to get to them?
No, not at the moment, because conditions are pretty bad right now. And listen, right behind me, there's a window, and I can still hear the winds howling, and the rain is continually beating on the window panes. So I think we're still several hours away from a situation in which it is safe for our first responders to go out into the street to effectuate rescue. Now, most of the city is without power. The sun has gone down, so it's going to be very dark. And so which makes it even more difficult and dangerous for our first responders to be out there on the street.
How hard is that, though, working in government, knowing that there's people trapped that you need to rescue, but also knowing that there's no way for you to get to them?
It is. We feel helpless, and we wish that we can be able to send our forces out there to assist, but we just can't. We just can't. It's just not safe to do so. But the minute that the winds subside to below 45 miles an hour, our crews are going to be responding out there, clearing the roads to make sure that our first responders can get to those individuals that are trapped in their homes and in their vehicles.
So, Rob, do you know how far the storm surge hit in your area, how far inland it went?
So it's pretty much citywide. And, if you know anything about Cape Coral, we are a peninsula surrounded on three sides by water. On the east side of the Caloosahatchee River and Charlotte Harbor on the west side. So pretty much if you draw a U along the entire perimeter of this city of 220,000 residents, that's, throughout that entire U section that I just mentioned, we're experiencing flooding and heavy storm surge.
And then, Rob, as far as power outages, I see that you somehow have power there. I'm not sure if you have a generator or not. Are you guys facing mass power outages throughout Cape Coral?
So my understanding is that we have widespread reports of power outages throughout the city. We're here at the Emergency Operations Center, so we are operating on generator power.
And then, the storm sort of wobbled a little south. So much attention was focused on Tampa and St. Pete. Were you guys still preparing for a direct hit?
So we were always preparing from the very minute that the National Weather Service mentioned that this is something that we need to be tracking. I think, though, that probably 2 days ago, everybody was fixated on this possibly going north of us and going into the Tampa area or into the Big Bend of Florida. And then, almost at the last minute, the forecast started coming in and saying, no, this is going to impact Lee County rather than going further north. And Cape Coral, you're in the crosshairs for a direct hit. And sure enough, that forecast came true.
Rob, any idea, and I know it's still so early and you're still facing hurricane-like conditions throughout the night, but any idea when people will be able to get their power back on?
No. Listen, the reality is we're not going to be able to get out until at least daybreak tomorrow to do our damage assessments. We're getting phone calls from residents who are calling from their homes, letting us know what they see. Conditions are very difficult right now, and our focus is going to be on public safety, probably for the next few days. And then restoration of power will come later. Public safety is going to be our number one priority.
Rob Hernandez from Cape Coral. Rob, we appreciate your time. Thank you so much for talking to us tonight here on Top Story, and good luck to you and all your residents.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.